Welcome to Buy or Beware. Today we are going to take a look at office chairs, and on Buy or Beware we are going to go through and rate all of the chairs. Take a good look at them, see what makes them tick. And at the very end of the video, we're going to give each chair a rating of Buy or Beware. And you're going to have one clear winner today out of these three, which chair I think actually works the best. Now, since I'm a big guy, I like to look for chairs that handle weight, handle that big and tall. So these chairs are all kind of going to be rated in that category. So let's look at the first chair. It is going to be the Arozzi. The Arozzi chair is made for gaming, but it can be used as an office chair as well. Now, this chair is rated to hold someone up to about 250 pounds, but it doesn't really give me a height, of what height you would be and still be comfortable in this chair. The other two do have that. It is all leather. This is not pleather. It's real leather. It's padded on the bottom, so it's really comfortable when you are sitting. It is leather on the back, and it is padded. It has some little wings on the side that help kind of hold your sides in a little. Now, it does have a lumbar, but the lumbar is a pad. It has straps. You're going to move it up and down, and that's going to adjust to your lumbar. It also has another pad that wraps on the top here, and it works for the neck. Now, one of the things they do that is very cool with this chair is they really double pad the armrests. Now, whether you're a gamer or whether you're in an office, that is a great feature to have. You have a lever, you can move this up or down, and that way it's the perfect height if you're holding a controller, if you're working a mouse. You can take that pressure off or put it just right really where it needs to be. So you can adjust them and you can adjust them independently. Now, these do not swivel this way, just straight up or down. So that is a good feature. Now, most of these are going to have a control on the right-hand side because most people are right-handed. They tend to put them on the right side. So this has a shock in it, which is going to go up and down. You push it, you go down. This particular chair is a little harder to get up. You have to lean forward to try to get it up, and I have to bounce a little to get this back up where it needs to be. And I think it's the way the chair is actually designed. It makes it a little bit tough to raise. So that is kind of a distractor on this particular chair. Now, it has one other adjustment that is going to be right here, and this is the lever that allows it to lean back. So if I'm sitting in the chair, there's basically 3 stop points on this. It goes right into the middle, and then I can go all the way back. And this thing will lay almost all the way out flat, but it is not really comfortable because your legs are kind of just dangling. But you can lay quite a bit back, and you can, catch a little nap if you need to, if your gameplay or your office work's gotten a little heavy. So that's pretty much this one in a nutshell. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, the next one is going to be, I'm going to spell this name because I always get it wrong. It's Synorla. And this is basically an office chair / gaming, but it's really aimed a little bit more at the office worker. This one has a fabric seat, and it is very cushioned, but it has the netted back so that you still stay cool in the summer, warm in the winter. And this one, instead of having a pad, it has a headrest that tilts. You have a button here on the back that you push, and you can go up or down. Now, lumbar on this one is not a pillow. It has a spot right here, and you can raise the lumbar up or down this way. It does not really have a way, though, to adjust the tension on the lumbar to make it stronger or softer. So I think that's a little bit of a distractor on this one. Now, it does not have the double padded armrests, but they are slightly padded, so it takes a little bit of the pressure off. But what this chair does is it raises all the way back, so it is easy to set down. And then you push it back this way. Now, the control is on the right on this one, just like that one. Go down, but the difference is this one is so much easier to raise. Very, very simple. So this one works very well. It's a lighter weight chair. It moves around good. Now, let's talk about the stats on this chair. This chair will actually hold up to 350 pounds. That one held 250. This one will go to 6'5". And the way they figure that is your feet and how high this will go, what actually feels comfortable. Remember on that one, I did not have a height measurement. I could not find it on that chair. This chair also comes in 2 colors. This one obviously is the white, but you can get the, and honestly, this is kind of an off-white. It's not white. It's, to me, it looks almost more like a gray. And they have a black version. If I was to do this again, I would get the black version because it shows less dirt. Now, to give full disclosure here, this chair on the back, where it raises up and down on the lumbar, is already broken. And this chair is literally only 6 months old, and that has already snapped. So that is another distractor on this unit. So we have one more chair to look at, and this is going to be PatioMage. And then let me go ahead and spell that one. PatioMage. PatioMage, I guess is how you say it. PatioMage, however you say that. But anyway, so let's go ahead and let's get the stats first, because there is so many things on this thing. I don't want to miss the stats. So this one will actually height-wise go to 6'6". Remember, this one is 6'5". So about an inch difference, not enough to really worry much about. Now, where this one really differs, though, is this one was 350 pounds. Capacity, the capacity on this one is 440 pounds. So it can definitely, handle the larger person. So let's take a close look at the makeup, though, of this. This has a padded armrest, not as padded as this one, but more padded than that one. Still comfortable, but let me tell you, the arms, let me show you, are very unique. They don't go all the way out that way. They do go up and down with the same little lever under it that the other one has, but they do something else. They actually rotate, and it makes it very comfortable, and it can take pressure off pressure points because I can move it, and I can actually, if my mouse was way over here, I can aim that towards the mouse, and I could have this one forward. But there's still one more thing that this does. So remember, we go this way, we go up and down, but look at this. It can slide all the way up. So now I have taken all the pressure off the point and I put it up on my forearms. Incredible. I think that is awesome. Now let's look at the actual fabric. If you look at the fabric, this has no padded seat like either one of these, but it is going to be the netting. And you have netting here, you have netting on this, which is actually going to be your lumbar, and you have netting here, and you have netting on the headrest. Now, one thing they've done different, if you look at the seats, you notice this one's totally flat and has no curvature. This one has a slight curvature. This one is very curved this way and curved down. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to take pressure off your hips, and it's taking pressure off the back of your legs. If you've ever sat in one of these for very long and the backs of your legs start going numb, it's because you're cutting off the pressure with a chair like this. So you want something that is going to remove that pressure. Now, the lumbar is not just a netting. It has 2 levers. I can pull one and it's going to raise it up and down. I pull the other one and it changes the tension so that I can actually make this a lot more. I can actually make this stronger, or I can make it weaker depending on what I need for my lumbar, and I can move it up and down so to make sure that I hit it. So that is something that neither one of the chairs had. This one has a pad, but you can move it up and down. That one has a little plastic piece in the back, which did break, but you can move it up and down. But neither one of them really allowed you to adjust that pressure. So when you look at the actual headrest, the headrest tilts, and it will slide up or down depending on the height that you actually need. And if you notice, this headrest sticks out quite a ways so that everything is curved. The whole back piece is curved, so it kind of holds your shoulders, and this really can get behind the neck and head and give you a lot of support. So that is all fantastic. Now your controls are on the right side, exactly like the others. So you're going to sit down here, and we have basically 2 controls. I have the one that is going to go up or down. This one goes back up pretty easy. I will be totally honest, this chair is a little easier to raise than both of the others. So that is one factor that this one definitely has going for it. Now, the other lever that we have, you simply are going to pull up, and it is going to be your tilt. So I can tilt back, and I can stop this anywhere I want along the way, and it stops, but it keeps going. It's way back. Now, here is where this chair really, well, let me get it back. There we go. Now, this is where this chair really shines over the others. It has a feature that neither one of those have. It has this piece right here that slides out. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to give your legs extra support. Now, you're first going to think you should push it this way to bring it around. That's not the way it works. It goes up and over, and it locks that way. Now, this is all steel. You see it moving. That seems like that's weak, right? It's not. You're going to get back on the chair, and I can adjust this to the different lengths I want. So say I'm not tilted back and I'm working, but I want to take a little bit of weight off my hips, off my legs, and do whatever it is that I'm doing. I can do that. But say I want to lay back again, take it way out here, and we are going to grab that lever, if I can find it, and we go all the way back. And now I can adjust my headrest just right. I can fold my arms, and I can take a nap. And it's extremely comfortable. Remember, on the gaming chair, I tilted way back, but it was extremely uncomfortable. You're going to have some way to try to prop your legs up. You're going to be fighting the rollers, trying to take off. This one, you don't have to do that. With this little piece here, it changes everything. And it really, you're not putting a lot of weight on this. Believe it or not, it's very little weight. So pull it, turn it back in and push it. All right, so that is the basics of most of this unit. Now, I will tell you, it has a much nicer wheel set up on this. It is chrome down here. It looks nicer. The chair itself is just a little heavier. Let's go ahead and let's rate our chairs, and then we're going to pick the overall winner. And if you've been watching, you probably already know which one it's going to be. But let's take a look at the first one, the gaming chair. Now, the gaming chair is very comfortable. It has going for it the armrest, extremely good on the arms, but not real good on the legs, even though it's cushioned. You know, it's just missing some of the basic things that these are. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to take a beating, you've got kids in this all the time, and they're just beating it to death. I have a feeling this is going to hold up a very long time. So I would rate it a buy, depending on what it is you're needing to buy it for. The next chair, the only thing that this chair really has going for it over the others is it is easy to work the little piston inside of it and raise it up. So if I was rating this chair after owning it and after breaking already in such a short amount of time, you know, I would probably rate this chair a pass. I would not buy this chair again. When we come to our last chair, the PatioMage, I think this is going to be your winner. This chair is awesome. Obviously, I'm going to rate it a buy. And if I'm looking at all three chairs, this thing has a multitude of functions and abilities that these do not have. The chair itself, you go to pick it up, extremely heavy made. It's just a very good chair. So this is our winner, and this is a buy. I hope you got a little something out of today's video. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Ring that little bell notification button and leave me a comment. If you've got a chair that you think works better than these, if you've got a chair you really like, or if you've got a chair that just really sucks, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let us know, because the one thing we're trying to be on this channel, whether we're getting everything gifted to us or not, whether we're having to buy it, is we are trying to be very transparent. If I think there's a problem with it, I'm going to tell you. This chair was gifted to me, and it's got problems, so I have to be honest. This chair I paid for, but I'm being very honest. It is an okay chair, but it is not a perfect chair. This chair was actually gifted to us, but I have to admit, this chair has everything on it. So, We will see you guys on the next Buy or Beware.